Hey y'all, my name is Dara Alston. Welcome to my space in the booktube verse of the internet. As you see, we're going to be doing a tag in these streets. And the tag that I saw, I got this from Celestria. I'm going to tag her in the description, or not tag her, put her video, the link to the video. I was inspired by her to do this tag. I thought it was really cool. I've never heard of it before. It's called the My Life in Books tag. And so I'm just going to get right into it. Let me bring up the questions. Where'd that accent come from? The first question or the first prompt is find a book for each of your initials. So the first initial is D. So I have Dead Sea Rising by Jerry B. Jenkins. This book, I wanted to read it. I really did. It's about an archaeological dig, and they find documents from, I think it's like from Abraham or something in the Bible. But there's a concurrent plot of Abraham, I think, like in the biblical time. So it's like this woman trying to find these documents at the same time. I think what's in the documents is happening in real life. Like, it's so dope. But it's just so jarring. Like, so looky here. You have chapter 1, right? Chapter 1 is like 4 pages, and then it's chapter 2. You're in the other world, like the biblical world. And then in 2 pages, you're in the present time. And then it's like every 2 pages, you're like being jostled back and forth between biblical and present day. And I'm like, if this is what time travel feels like, my head hurts. Because it was just too jarring going back and forth so quickly. Like literally there were only 2 or 3 pages between each chapter. And I kept forgetting the names of the people in the biblical times because, you know, their names are like 15 consonants long. And this is another uncle, Jerry B, Uncle JB, JBJ. But I just couldn't do it. So I had to DNF this guy. And I felt like that was way longer than it needed to be. But here we are. My middle initial is T. And I got this guy, Tuck, which is the 3rd installment in the King Raven trilogy by Stephen R. Lawhead. So the King Raven trilogy is a Welsh retelling of Robin Hood. Y'all, I was in such a Robin Hood phase last summer because I saw the Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx adaptation of Robin Hood for the first time, and I liked it. I don't know why everyone else didn't. I enjoy modern and classical fusion, and so I really enjoyed it. And I was like, give me all of the Robin Hood. So this is the last in the series, Tuck, who is the friar in Robin Hood's band of misfits. So as you can see, this joint is stuck with 2 C's, okay? How many pages we got in this bad boy? 490. First of all, glasses, sis. 437. 437 pages, but this is what it looks like in it. Like, it reads like a movie. This is an epic. This is what the nakedness looks like. Just kind of a beautiful, plain book, but it gives you a map. Like, this is really an epic. And I read the first one, Hood, and it's taking place during the Norman invasion, which I wouldn't even have known exactly what Norman invasion means had I not watched the TV series Vikings. That was another thing over the summer. Oof. Now, y'all know I'm a sap, so I had to fast forward through half those episodes because of the goriness and violent nature of My Dear Vikings. But I appreciated the historical aspect of it and learning how the Scandinavians came over to France and how, like, that's where the word Normandy came from. Northmen, the men from the north, the Vikings. history. I love it. And we're getting back to the questions. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, actually, I need to do my last name initial, which is A. And for that one, I have the book that I am currently reading as I'm taping this, A Rumored Fortune by Joanna Davidson Politano. This book here, my friends, is a treasure. Her writing is so beautiful. This is the perfect winter read. This is the perfect winter read. It's 18th or 19th century England. We have a treasure hunt. We have humor. We have intrigue. We have mystery. We have romance because her father died. Or did he? And there's a rumored fortune around the estate that her and her mother needs to find in order for them to pay their staff so that their vineyard can continue to run so that they can have money. And so the big thing is this fortune even real? And if it is, where is it? And so all these people now come into the main character's life, and she has to kind of vet, are they here for her? Are they here for the fortune? And it's just, it's so beautiful. I'm almost finished. I'm on page 295 out of like 400. So beautiful, beautiful. Next question. Count your age along your bookshelf. Now, I don't have a bookshelf, so what I'm going to do is count my age along my Kindle bookshelf. Hello, let's get into it. I'm 31, so this is going to be really quick. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29. And guess what I land on? Guess what the heck I land on? Robin Hood. So I told you I was in a Robin Hood phase, and so I wanted to read Robin Hood before getting into this King Ravens trilogy. And so, ooh, calm down. All right, we're okay. You're okay? I'm sorry. I know I kind of jostled you there. All right. So I wanted to read Robin Hood before getting into the King Raven trilogy. So that's why I got this book. And I loved it. Robin Hood is still one of my favorites. Yeah. I want more of Robin Hood. But I am excited to get into Peter Pan this summer, with Dust and Shadow by Kara Swanson. I'll definitely let you know. That's a Peter Pan retelling. Ooh. I do love, I'm finding that I like historical legend retellings. I want to see some Christian fiction Viking stuff. I want some Viking literature. And even if it's not Christian, I just need it to be clean, because your girl can't do with the cussing or the sex. Those are two things that I can't do in my books, are cussing and then sex. So if there's a Viking, like a fictional Viking book that doesn't have cussing or sex in it, which is funny enough because the show Vikings, that's why I said I had to fast forward, because there's a lot of canoodling happening. But that's neither here nor there, and we're back. Pick a book set in your city or country. I am previewing the next series in my childhood reread series that I'm going to do, which is todaysgirls.com. Y'all, when I tell you this brings me back, like, I am a true millennial. I'm 31. I'm literally middle millennial. Like, I cannot get away from it. I was born 1989. So I remember when chat rooms became like all the rage. It was, and that's what this series is. This is basically like about 6 girls who have this website, and they chat with each other, and they each have their own little screen name that's kind of indicative of what they do and who they are. And so this takes place in the United States, because I couldn't find one that takes place in Philadelphia. However, I will just give this as a little aside. The latest Hallmark movie that I'm not the latest, but one of the Hallmark movies that I'm reviewing, Fit for a Prince, is based in Philly. And I was extremely hype about that because I was not aware that that was going to happen. So be sure to check out my other channel, Dear Hallmark. If you're an avid Hallmark movie watcher, I do Hallmark movie reviews because I love the Hallmark channel. And that's it. So I picked Portrait of Lies. This is about the artiste of the group, Jamie. And she needs to raise money to go to art camp. And it's like, is she doing it the legitimate way or is she doing it the illegitimate way, you know? Next, pick a book that represents a destination you'd love to travel to. Honestly, are we being real? Can I be real? I'm just going to be real because I did have a book picked out. But let me tell you where I want to go in my heart of hearts. Right here. I want to go here. I want to go to Narnia. Take me to Narnia. But if we're talking about reality, then I guess I would pick England. I thoroughly enjoy talking in an English accent. But yeah, England, countryside or city, I want to see it all. That's a destination I would love to travel to. Honestly, I wish I had a book because one of my top destinations is actually it's Scandinavia. It is Finland and Iceland because I studied abroad in Denmark, Sweden, and Norway in grad school. And that was actually my first time traveling outside of the United States. And I think that's why Scandinavia is so close to my heart and why I love it so dearly is because that was the first place I traveled to outside of the United States. So anything Scandinavian, I'm like I love it. Okay. Pick a book that is your favorite color. My favorite color is green, so I picked this book. This is actually the first book in the Today'sGirl.com series, Stranger Online, Amber. She's like the good girl, you know, she's the one who built the site, and it's like, oh, but someone kind of infiltrated, and who is this person? Kind of like a little bit of mystery. Yo, this book is so short. It's crazy. And look at how big. Oh, I can't wait to get back into these and I keep hitting this table. I can't wait to go back and kind of relive the time of the chat room. Like, it's going to be so awesome. Which book do you have the fondest memories of? I'm going to say this one. This is the first book in the True Color series that I'm currently doing, and it's called Dark Blue, Color Me Lonely. I struggled heavily with loneliness in high school and college, and I felt like Melody Carlson wrote my heart in this book, and I definitely live vicariously through the main character in this book. And so this is the book that I have the fondest memories of. Which book did you have the most difficulty reading? Child. This book right here, first of all, thickie. How to Read a Book, The Classic Guide to Intelligent Reading. No. I tried to. This dude goes all around the mulberry bush to get his point across. And I don't even know how. Like, it explains why this book is like 400 pages. Because he just says everything else but what really just needs to be said. I didn't even get through it. Which book, is this the last question? This is the last question. Hallelujah. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. Which book in your TBR pile will give you the biggest accomplishment when you finish it? This guy, Scarlett, this, first of all, I've been at this, where is it? Here we go. I've been at this same spot for almost a year. Not almost a year, because I finished Hood in July of last year. And then I picked up Scarlet, I think, in August or September. And I never picked it up again. So finishing this, I want to finish it this summer. I feel like this is a dope summer adventure book because of the epicness of it. And I wanted to finish it in the winter because this is the second book in the King Raven trilogy. It actually takes place over the winter and over Christmas, but I just couldn't do it. So I am 160 pages in, and it has 440 some odd pages, so we will see. And I wanted to get this in hardback, but the bookstores on Amazon be playing the kid. Like, they sent me this crap. It looked like they put it together themselves. So I got this in paperback. But when I finish this, I'm going to be like, finally, I finished this book. And so I can get on to the third book, which is Tuck. Well, that is the tag, My Life in Books. Thank you guys so much for watching. I welcome you to check out my podcast, The Book Sale. I'll leave the link in the description. And my Instagram is in the description as well if you just want to follow me along my bookish life. Yeah, and I will catch you guys in my next video.